Boom, there we go. Hold on, guys, just making some adjustments to the stream. What's going on, everybody? Let's see. Tonight we're just gonna have a nice chill night. We're gonna do some crafting for reset. I got a bunch of stuff to catch up on from the week because I've been editing throughout the week and not doing all the stuff I should be doing. So let's see. Come on now. Transform yourself. There we go. All right. There we are.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Price there. Buying more and more deep sea satin, tide spray linen, shit that I have so much of already. But let's see. So I just need to go through. I gotta post a bunch of my bags. They're pretty much the bane of my existence right now. I have so many bags and so many things that I have to craft and send over. I need to restock my enchanting up. Probably should just work on crafting my enchanting this time around because I have a lot that I need to go through and be able to get it done. Let's see here.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
Let's see. Oh, sweet. Got it up on there. Yeah, I wanted to try streaming over here on YouTube for a change again. It's been a long time since I've been over here. Let's see. So, ooh, we don't have any of the soul treads left. So let's do 200 of those. And then what do I have? I have 250 of those. And 26. Okay. I'll keep those. I know that I'll probably be a little lower on my... Oh no, I have 400 of the fortifieds, 700 of the speeds. Wonder how my tenants are doing. Okay, so my tenants are critical strike is sold out. Haste is sold out. Mastery is sold out. Oh shit, they're all sold out. Alright, so we'll do 400 of each of those. 400, 400, 400. So you can see I have 834 in the past 7 days sold there. I have another, let's see, 607. Hey Ryan, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah man, definitely gonna be keeping it up. Just got a absolute shitload of enchanting that I gotta get done tonight. You been able to take advantage of any of the deep sea or anything like that on your market? Tide spray linen and deep sea satin have still been stupid cheap on mine. And the bags are coming down just a little bit, but I'm still hitting like 125 to 150 gold per cell, so that's right at like 80-85 gold profit for me on mine, which is really good, so I can't really complain with that. I pretty much just gotta sit here and do all this enchanting for reset, but you can see it's gonna take me about 40 minutes to craft all of it, but it was about 160k profit on top of the sell. So I mean, it's really good. Enchanting is absolutely killing it right now. And whenever reset rolls around, I'll probably, I have so much that I need to craft, I'll probably craft all this tonight, post it, and then still make my profit off of it and then continue crafting later throughout the night and make more for reset. So
I can't use that.
yeah, you can. I got to work on my next thing is getting the ATV mount up on my Horde server. I got to figure out whether or not I can actually like solo farm mech on one of my 60 engineers. So pretty well on my server. Yeah, you do. That's pretty much what I do. So I mean, you have to be pretty aggressive with it if you're looking to sell it immediately, but it also depends on when you're posting it. So if you're posting your enchants within the first hour of the server reset, you shouldn't have any problems. Like, you should only, it depends on how much you're selling to. I mean, I'm selling like 400 of each enchant at one time, so it takes me probably like an hour of cancel scanning to get all that sold on reset day. But if you're not selling that much, if you're only selling like 20, 30, maybe even 50 of each, then you'll be perfectly fine with just 1 or 2 cancel scans on reset, and you should easily make a sale on that. Another market that's really good right now too still is prospecting for the essence. You can make the jewel crafting legendaries if they sell decent on your server, but selling the essence is still a lot of gold. Like, you can make a lot. I'm so glad that I have a scroll wheel that I can just sit here and do my scroll. Instead of having to click, I can just like scroll back and forth real quick. Well, I do actually, for anybody that's watching this later or watching it now, I do have some interesting news. So I was contacted by I guess newer and upcoming or decently established boosting community, and they reached out to me on whether or not, because they heard in one of my videos that I was interested in kind of finding out about that side of gold making with the boosts and stuff like that, and sounds like we're going to be partnering up, and I should be able to have a couple of what I think are really interesting videos that'll be coming out, where I'll kind of be able to give you a really breakdown idea of how much gold you can make from boosting, you know, what it looks like when you're boosting, kind of the interactions that you have. Be able to, one of them that we're talking about doing is me just simply being able to interview one of their top boosters, so that'll be really cool. I think it'll just be really interesting from a purely gold aspect to dive into that world. And it was interesting because they reached out to me. I wasn't even expecting it, but they reached out and started offering whether or not I would, you know, essentially go with them so that I could get the information that I was looking for. So I think it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited about that. Hopefully we'll be able to start, I think my first like Discord interaction with them, I'm going to kind of meet up with them and talk to them and chat and kind of lay everything out tomorrow midday. So I'm really looking forward to that. So lately you've been flipping some mounts. So about 70k, selling for 115. That's not bad. That's really nice, actually. That's a really good profit margin. Because most of the craftable mounts like that are not making that kind of margin. What's going on? Greetings. Let's see here. We are making a absolute shit ton of enchants. I should have been doing this all week, but I was editing bunches of videos, writing a lot of scripts. I have at least half of the Burning Crusade Classic scripts down, so we should start working on those pretty soon. And then, because I'm really excited about that, even though once again didn't get beta. How many years I've put in for beta. All right, greetings. What's your question? What you got for me? Yeah, boy, I got those scripts done. I got my TSM groups video should be coming out decently soon. I got a bunch of stuff rolling out. I just had to take a break from actually like playing as much so that I could get a bunch of it done. The editing of the videos consumes so much time for me. Let's see, TSM, you use TSM, but you can't seem to sell anything. What are you trying to sell? Or you just can't sell anything with it? Are you selling like Shadowlands stuff? Are you doing older content? Are you doing like all the crafting and everything with Shadowlands? Like what items specifically are you selling? The only reason I ask that is because there are some items that if you're trying to sell them throughout the week, or if you're trying to get into that market, like my market that I'm in now, enchanting, like if you're trying to sell it throughout the week, you're gonna have to cancel scan a lot. Oh, you're trying to sell, are you only selling older transmog? And that's like the only thing that you're trying to sell to make gold? You can sell mats too. Okay. Yeah, so definitely like old transmog is a great way to get some gold and a little bit of everything. Okay, I was about to say, because it shouldn't be your main focus. Like your main focus should be Shadowlands gold. That should be where probably 80% of your gold should actually be turned into right now, especially. And it all depends on how much gold you have. Like, I mean, if you're sitting on a fat stack of gold cap, I mean, you don't really have to. You don't have to worry about being in Shadowlands as much. You can just kind of play around with Shadowlands stuff and then go do other stuff that you want to do if that's what you want. Yeah, the 100 level crafted gear is absolutely ballin'. Like you can sell a lot. I just personally have not been keeping up with it recently because of how much I'm doing with my enchanting and how much I'm doing with my deep sea bags. I haven't been able to keep up with it. So, I mean, most of my focus right now has been in mass milling for inscription, and then it's been flipping like desolate leather and other stuff like that, and then making the heavy callous hide so that I can do the enchanted heavy callous hide flip. And then I've also been buying a bunch of the lithium ore for the bars and stuff like that. So yeah, so the thing is so your especially with old transmog. It all depends on where you're getting a transmog from, how many of them are the same thing, and what the average price of them is. So, like on my transmog tune that I have, I'm getting anywhere from like 12 to 50k a day coming in on there, but I'm posting 3k or more items a day on there. So I mean, you have to put out a lot to be able to actually see a steady flow coming back in, unless you're super aggressive with it and you just undercut and get sales quicker with transmog, which you can do, but that does inevitably hurt the market. And I get both sides of the argument. You know, the argument of, should you lower the prices to actually find the selling point to where they stabilize and just consistently sell, or do you chase generating the higher gold invested? And it's completely up to you. The main reason that I don't undercut as much is because I do a lot of transmog selling and I know the shit sells. So I have no problem if I sell 4 of one item one month and then I only sell 1 of the item the next month, because I know probability is that if I sold 4 on 1 month, the next month after that I may sell 3 or 4. You know, I mean, you don't have to. You have a 40k bow that you've been trying to sell since Legion. What is the bow? I can tell you right now. Hey Moon, what's going on? Ooh, I knew you were gonna come in here after I saw that post in Discord and ask me that question. So there are a couple things I want to preface with this, because this is just my personal opinion. So essentially, I started on a low pop dead server making gold, and I hit my first million on that server. Now, could I have hit a million quicker on any other server? Absolutely, because my server was really dead. So my suggestion would be, it's the harder route because it's a steeper learning curve. You're gonna have more times where you screw up in a shorter period of time, but you'll learn so much more. 100% for new goblins, you need to start out on a medium high to high pop realm. 100%, because being able to see what it's really like having competition, especially in a market, is only going to be able to give you more experience in being able to understand that market, understand how people act in that market, understand that, you know, if you're selling something that's right at cost and then somebody undercuts you for 10 gold, it can mean 2 things. They could just be a dick and they're trying to get you out of the market. They may be bluffing to try to scare you, but you need to know that. And you need to be able to tell, hey, are they bluffing me, or do they want me to get out of the market? Or are they actually, you know, 20 to 30 gold cheaper for each craft than what I'm thinking I'm at? And if I buy them out right now, am I actually still giving them profit that they're just going to turn around and undercut me again? So that's the experience that you'll gain on a high pop server that you won't gain anywhere else. So 100% high pop servers. Now, is it going to be a lot harder in the beginning, like when you have less than like 100 to 200 gold, or 100 to 200k gold? It's going to be way harder. But the beautiful thing about that is that it's going to be way harder to get into the auction house. But if you're starting out, you don't need to be in on the auction house as much. You need to be gathering, you need to be skinning, you need to be doing herbalism, mining, doing all that shit until you hit a couple of 100k, and then just absolutely start blowing out the auction house. So let's see, back to, I'll get to everybody's questions, but back to greetings. Yeah, if you look that bow up and let me know, I'll take a look at it on on my server here, and I'll probably be able to tell you why you're having difficulty with it or not, or maybe that you need to just be more aggressive with the pricing. It may be a good one. Let's see. What about something like a full biggest server on the realm? Yeah, so like I'm on a pretty high pop server here, and yeah, I mean the margins are still really good. You can see. So I mean I'm getting 70 gold profit here, 50 here. I mean I'm hitting with my tenants, I'm getting anywhere from 60 to 110. I mean profit margins are really good, especially celestial guidance. Celestial guidance goes really well. See, I have almost 500 of those sold on this character. And then Lightless Forest is always a joke because they always flip it right before reset. You can see the average price is 1130 and then 28. Yeah, no problem. And Ryan, so my operation that I have set up right now on my enchanting is not one that I recommend for like everyday use, because I know very, very specifically where I'm getting the exact price point that I'm buying all of my soul dust and all of my sacred shards. So I have it set at my minimum set at a very, very tight profit, because I know that I pretty much own this market on this server. So I would put more cushion than what I have into my operation right now. Essentially what my operation's doing right now is it's just taking my minimum operation is taking the crafting cost, and then it's covering the 5% for the auction house cut, and then it's giving me 5% profit, but so that it's also covering a little bit of the deposit fee, but then being super aggressive because I'm trying to move these for mass, because I'm getting enough materials to where I can make, you know, anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 enchants a day. Yeah, but so here's the difference why mine's set up like this. So I wonder if I still have mine set up to where it shows my... So you need to figure out if it's actually not making you profit, and here's why I say that. So yeah, so see, I have my enchanting set at a dead 44, and that's because I know that from the mass amount of materials that I buy, that my base cost, no matter what, whether sacred shard goes down or sacred shard goes up, my price stays at 44 because of the mass amount of materials I bought. So yes, so that's why I have mine set up like that, so that I can know in this moment, until I completely run out of materials, that is what my baseline is. Yeah, I'm buying my mats directly from someone. I'm bypassing the auction house. So I have mine set up that way so that I can just essentially control the market on my server. Which for enchants, I've pretty much control a majority of the enchant market on this server. Let's see. Oh, I probably need to get some more enchanting golem. All right, so let's check out this longbow.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Oh,
Needs to be
shit.
at least 2 centuries old.
Oh, that's the wrath. The wrath bow. So, yeah, no problem, Ryan. All right, so I'm going to tell you right now why you're having problems selling this bow. So you see, did you watch my other stuff where I talk about like all the things and everything like that? You see how on mine it shows all the things, and it shows that there's like 4 other bows that have this appearance. So if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that one of those is from a quest. So one of the bows that shares this appearance is a quest. So that's going to automatically hurt your chances of selling this bow, because people that really want, like the people that are super into transmog that really want this appearance, are going to find out, oh, I can go do this quest and save 100k and get the same appearance, and it looks the exact same, so I don't need it. So essentially what you're doing is you've just cut half of your market or potential sales out. And then the rest of them, your sales are going to come down to people that don't know about all the things and are just going to buy it, which is probably going to be pretty low because it's 100k. And then the other thing is you're going to have people that are all the things, like personal collectors. So they're the people that are going to come in and they're going to buy all 4 of those. They're going to buy the honorable, the dutiful, the taunt, though they want it so they can click off their percentage. So those people are going to be the ones that watch you and watch that price. And that's why you see the region sale average. I know I'm pointing on my screen, you can't see me pointing, but I don't want to move my mouse. But if you look right there, the regional sale average, the regional sell average is 3,900 gold. And that is because one of the other forms of this bow and the way you can get the experience, I'm almost certain is a quest. And if it's not, so they're worth 39 on your server. Still, 39 is pretty high because let's see. So we got, this is the dutiful. Let's look at the honorable. Oh shit, hold on. What was it? Honorable longbow, okay. Okay, so that one's also high, but you can see that they're really low there as well. So I thought, let's see, taunt driftwood. I may be wrong. Taunt and driftwood. Now the taunt driftwood one may be the one that is the quest. And then there was, what was the last one? The last one was, oh, wormstalker. So we got, all right, so give me a sec. I'm gonna pull it up here on my other screen. I have got to get better so that y'all can actually see me pulling up my other shit to look it up. So let's look over here. We'll just check my server. We'll do wormstalker. So there isn't anything found there. So let's look at wowhead. I bet you anything if you look at wormstalker. Wormstalker bow. There we go. Alright, so you have wormstalker bow and ding. Ding, ding, ding. That's your issue right there. Let's see. So the wormstalker bow is one of the other appearances, and the wormstalker bow is a quest item in Ice Crown. I just checked on wowhead. So that's why you're having such a difficulty selling that item, because you can go do that it looks super easy. It's like kill 10 things or some shit. Like, you could just go out there, find the quest, do it, and get the appearance. That's why you're having such problems selling that bow. Is because probably people are going through and trying to check off transmogs that they don't have, and then they're seeing that, oh, I got that bow from some Wrath of the Lich King quest. Oh, I don't need to buy that because I have the appearance.
If you find anything exotic,
so that's the thing that sucks
to
with that. So I would say, and this is just me, I don't want to be the one to burst your bubble, but like with that kind of a bow, especially since there's one that's the exact same item and you can get it from a quest, I would be super happy if I got like 15 to 20k out of that bow. It does look nice, so you have that on your side, but I would be super happy with like 15 to 20k. Yep. So I didn't check the other one, but I'm assuming since it didn't show up on the auction house or the Undermine Journal that the other one's a quest bow as well. So you have 2 quest bows and 2 that are BOEs, which is why you're not selling the item. Alright, let's go back to some crafting some stuff. Oh, and anybody that's using TSM, I always go over this, and I always am so surprised that I find people that either didn't know this or about TSM or something like that, but I am gonna definitely cover it more in the groups guide for TSM that I have coming out soon. But if y'all didn't know, whenever you have your patterns here, you can click these little 3 dots here with TSM in the crafting window, and create groups from table actually makes all of the items that you're able to craft for that profession go into a group in TSM that you can then essentially start working on and put operations to. Oh, it matches the Ardenweald set. Okay. Yeah, like I said, especially since you're fighting against 2 quest items, I would be super happy to get like maybe 15 to 20k out of it. So actually, one of the things, Jaden, hopefully you're still in here, but if so, you need to use Sage in the Discord. Put up a spreadsheet that he has kind of perfected and made his own in a way. So that's the spreadsheet that we're using to craft everything and disenchant the stuff for the lowest price sacred shards, and you can use that on your server to find what is your best item on your server currently to be able to do that. Oh. Ooh. Time for some coffee. Coffee. Oh, and also, anybody that's just tuning in, if you want, I'm chilling in the Discord chat, so you're more than welcome to jump in the Discord and hop down in the voice chat with me and ask any questions. Just shoot the shit, hang out, talk, whatever you want. Let's see. Ooh, leatherworking. So leatherworking. Do you also have enchanting to go with it? That would be one of my first questions. So leatherworking does really well with drums and the armor kits, as long as you get the rep armor kits, the heavy ones. Those sell very well. The base armor sells very well with leatherworking. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the base armor is when you make the crafting mark so that you make the items level 50 so that you can use them right as you get into Shadowlands. And it's like some of the better gear. Actually, really, it's probably close to the best BOE gear that you can use. Obviously, if you have like Mythic tier raid set from BFA, that's going to be better, but you know, if you're not rocking Mythic tiered raid shit, then it's better to use the BOE, and those sell. I mean, whenever I was selling them, I was making easy 200 to 500 gold profit per sell. Yeah, so there may be goblins doing what I'm doing. Wow, 30 your shards are 31 gold, and you're still having issues meeting profits. That's interesting. What are your tenants selling for? And what's your, if you don't mind me asking, what's your like celestial guidance or your tenants selling for? I'd be curious to know. Let's see. I will say this is, I really wish that they had a craft all selection for enchanting. I get why they don't, because you could just sit here and auto craft everything, but damn, my finger goes numb hitting the scroll wheel back and forth after about 30 minutes. Greetings, you have skinning. Okay. So, like I said, base armor sells really well, drum sells really well. Make sure that you're doing, what is it, the desolate leather into the heavy desolate and then selling it. Normally you can make around like 10 to 15 gold off of doing that flip, and it's super easy, so you might as well just do it. Yeah, go ahead and jump in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's going on?
Not bad, man. You?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, they sell for like maybe 100 gold each or something like that. I'm not at my computer, so I can't really tell you, but yeah, they're not that expensive.
To 100 gold each?
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now, is that just like what they sell at like during the week, or is that what they sell on reset too?
Reset too, man.
I call fuckery. Let's see. What server are you on?
Frostmourne.
EU?
Nah, it is Frostmourne.
Yeah, NA.
Yeah, NA, but it's like OCE. I think they're like the highest ones, like 160. They're profitable, but you only make like 30 gold, if that.
Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I thought. So your market is competitive enough to where you're only going to make gold, or you're only going to make real profits selling on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
I'm looking at your graph right now. So if you look at your graph for your tenant of verse,
yeah,
and I'm looking at it right now. Last Tuesday, the price, the entire Tuesday, actually it was from, let's see, from 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday until, yeah, so 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday all the way until 2 o'clock the next morning, the tenant was 244.
Okay, I might just have to stockpile then.
Yeah, and then you look at the next Tuesday before that, 260 for that entire time. And so for sure it looks like that's what it is. So then what that tells me though also is, let me check your server. I bet you anything.
Oh,
So if
we have 5 servers attached to it.
well, no, that's not what I meant. So if your enchants are fluctuating like that, then the mats are also going to probably fluctuate. So let me see.
Well, I'm making them at 31 gold and like 2 silver or something like that at the moment.
Okay, so they're actually not fluctuating as much as I thought they would be. So they're sitting steady during the middle of the week at about 37 to 38 gold on your server.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too crazy. Let's see.
I'm looking at maybe moving to Kazgroth, which is another server in OC.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a mid-high instead of extremely full with 5 servers attached to it.
Yeah. Again, like I was just saying, I like having the competition.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily just about the competition. It's also, you know, obviously there is a lot of gold to be made. It's just you gotta perfect how you do it. So like you don't need to do enchanting during the week. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I only
so like
do it on like Monday.
Yeah, like on Monday before reset, you need to log in, essentially do like what I'm doing right now, and just
what I'm gonna do when I get home.
Yeah, and just literally sit here and just craft enchants until your eyes bleed, and then wait until reset, and then post at reset,
And then do other stuff.
and then do other set.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see here. Zoe, what's going on? Let me get.
Playing around with TSM and some requests.
Right. Boom. Rero. Let's see. I need to. Hey, can one of y'all do me a favor, because it's asking me to like do a weird sign-on thing with the Streamlabs and I can't get into it right now. Somebody link the Discord in the chat.
I can't do it. I'm on my phone. I can't do it at the moment, but I would.
Zoe, can you do it by any chance?
Yeah, I just gotta remember how.
At the very top, you can hit link.
Yeah, it gives you like a little generate link.
Generate.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Well, I have a big night ahead of me then, because it's reset day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a lot of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. But at the same time,
it's reset day in about 10 hours.
Well, I don't know if you saw how many sacred shards I have.
Nope.
Yeah, so
I saw that you're making 300 of each thing, so I'm assuming a shed load.
Oh, actually, I'm making 400 of each. Yeah, and 400 of each is still not even gonna get close to the amount I can make, and I probably have like three packages worth of 2K of sacred shards in my mailbox waiting for me. But I have 6,600 sacred shards right now. So
I'll have to send you a photo of how much my 100K can get me.
Oh yeah.
How much profit I make the next day.
Absolutely, yeah. Post it up on the Discord. I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
Probably won't know until this time tomorrow, but
okay.
I go to work early. I work in a factory while I'm at uni.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotta pay the bills.
You just want the voice chat or the whole channel there?
You can do the whole channel. Just link it for the YouTube. Or Oh yeah, because I'm streaming over on YouTube tonight. Would you suggest doing that for alchemy, or does it depend on your server? It does depend on your server, but yeah, pretty much with any consumable or legendary market, you're always going to have huge profit jump on reset night. So I craft the enchants throughout the week because, like I said, I'm going for mass. Like I'm able to move a lot of enchants. So I'm crafting throughout the week and then selling throughout the week because cutting my profit in half is still better than trying to move, 6,000 of each enchant on reset day. So that's why I do what I do. But the alchemy would definitely still be a good one that you could get on. But you are right. It would probably be more beneficial if you only did it on reset. And then you can do other things and enjoy the game. Like you can sit there and day before reset is just your straight up Shadowlands gold making day. You could plan it that way. And then the rest of the week is just you shooting the shit if you want to work on, old school transmog, or if you want to go farm a pattern, if you want to go farm a mount, just go do that shit.
Touching on the legendary market, they fluctuate extremely a lot on reset day to then the end of the week as well.
On the what?
I bought my, from the reset day to the weekend, it fluctuates a drastic amount. Like I bought my rank 4 chest for my main, and that went from 50k to 20k in 4 days.
Oh shit. Oh, so it really went down.
Oh yeah, but then it will jump back up on reset day because everyone does their weekly forecast.
Gotcha. Here, let's see. Maybe I can. Zoe, were you able to link that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
On your YouTube chat.
Oh, okay. There we go. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, from typing
I'm assuming that's where you wanted
chat.
Yeah, on the YouTube chat. Yeah, I wanted to be able to get greetings. Greetings was asking for the chat. Yeah, you don't get private mats, so you'd be waiting. Yeah. I kind of get private mats. To be waiting by mass. So definitely look at Brad. Look at probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday are going to be some of the best days that you can buy a lot of mats really cheap. Obviously, because it's right in the lull period where people are just wanting to make a little extra gold right before reset, and then they get burnt out and don't care, and then they just try to sell off shit really cheap. Which doesn't make any sense, but let them do what they do. That's when the market becomes super saturated with mats, and then all the mat prices drop. I've been normally actually some of my best deals on Shadowlands mats has been 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and people are just absolutely dumping mats on my server around then, which I don't know why. Here, let's see. Maybe I can try to put it in. Hold on. All right, see if that went through. Let's see. Yeah, anybody that wants to join the Discord, more than welcome. Like I said, you're more than welcome to join in chat anytime I'm in here, streaming, not streaming, anything. I'll answer all your questions, all that fun stuff.
Hey, sorry to pop in unannounced, but
Oh no, you're good. What's up? Who's this?
this is Brad from the chat.
Brad, what's going on?
Not much. I have tons of questions. I mean, today I actually just I'm on Nathrazine Crush Ridge. It's a medium pop. It's like 8,000-9,000. But I switched my speed druid old dungeon mog running druid to Moonguard US, which is our high
okay,
pop. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, so you went from a medium pop server to you're gonna get your like face crushed in by everyone that's been doing transmog since vanilla. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming no student.
Yeah, I know he's on Moonguard.
Well, he's on Argent Dawn, but his Discord, I'm in his Discord, and a lot of real big transmog people are in there, and there's a few people on Moonguard that I switched over there because I really wasn't getting any sales in the medium pop server, so I left all my crafters over there, and I figured I could make I make a lot of money with 168 gear with Crafter Mark II with leatherworking, and I switched my transmog run over the high pop just to
See,
server, all that.
How's it doing for you?
Oh man, I mean, I posted 1,000 auctions this morning, and I had 15 sales. A few hours later, I mean, between 300 and 500, but I made a TSM group for the higher stuff, and I've just been cancel scanning that all day, and I mean, haven't really seen much yet, but I'm interested to see how it works out. But I left my leatherworker and my alchemist and all that stuff over on the medium pop realm, and I still make a couple 100,000 a week there. Yeah. It's just it's nothing crazy. I mean, I just made like 4 of each of the blue leatherworking 168 gear. That's probably the most I made in a few weeks. Nothing like you're doing.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, if you're interested, shameless plug. I have vanilla and Burning Crusade full transmog setup. And it's set up for pretty much everything. So it has all uncommons, rares, epics. It has all of them broken down into pricing groups. So it has them like 5K and under, 5 to 10K, 10 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to 500, and 500 and above. And it's completely separated out by that, and it has different operations and everything like that for like selling the low end transmog quicker and selling the medium and high more aggressive on price and not speed.
I mean, I'm absolutely interested in that. I've been trying to connect with some of the people that run the bigger transmog servers. This one person, Yisa, she's on 28 of the high pops, full pop servers, and she has just I can't even explain the amount of gold she has. It's crazy. But she wrote the crafted transmog part student's book, and I've been getting a lot of tips from her. But I mean, I'm like a sponge. I'm trying to soak as much as I can in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it sounds well. I've heard of her before on different servers, so I'm assuming that if I've been able to hear her name before, that she's quite impressive. I got a bunch of my inspiration and stuff from Bills and Hickons.
Oh, Nixia,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely interested in that. If I mean, do you have a Patreon, or I mean, what do you?
Yeah, I do. I have a Patreon. It's all at the base rate, and I try to keep it as open to everyone as I can. So it's literally $1 a month.
Yeah.
for my Patreon or for my profile, and I've completed my vanilla and my burning crusade, and I'm working up through all the rest, and then I'll have a bigger profile that I put out that'll have like all of my shadowlands stuff. And because what I realized going through and being hyper specific with what I was doing in certain markets on certain servers, depending on like like what I'm doing on the server, like how I said I was being super narrow with my profits on this server just because I'm moving so much, is that I have to like go back through and re-edit almost all of my profile because I have to actually make it to where it's usable for the masses that are not buying, 2,000 to 5,000 sacred shards a day. So.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Peter? Thanks for stopping in.
Greetings, fellas.
Hey, what's going on? Who's this?
Greetings.
Oh, well, greetings. There we go.
I thought he was saying greetings.
Yeah, no, he did that earlier whenever he got in. I saw the arrows pointing toward his name. So what's going on?
Not a whole lot. I'm just trying to figure out what leather I can sell. I mean, I know on TSM it shows you what profits you can make on certain items.
Yeah,
But when I make them certain items, sometimes they don't seem to sell.
it can take some time sometimes. With the leatherworking stuff, though, that's probably the only one that I cancel scan, and that's just my specific market because the level 50 leather market on Bleeding Hollow probably has anywhere from like 15 to 30 people in it that are like hardcore in it for all the time, because they just sell for stupid amounts. And the tailoring one actually as well, but the tailoring one is just because the profits on them are ridiculous. Like a majority of my level 50 crafted gear on this server sells for tailoring sells for like right at like 12 to 1,500 gold each, and they cost like 90 gold to make. So it's stupid how much you make off of them.
Bleeding Hollow was my second choice. I'm glad I didn't go there. Actually, I was in the top raid guild on Crush Ridge as a competitive raider, and then they all switched to Bleeding Hollow, and I was going to follow him and start making gold there, but I stayed back in Crush Ridge.
Now, and this is a promotion to anybody that wants to do this, because this has been a plan of mine and particular people in the Discord for a while. We are kind of looking at possibly trying to make like a community cartel on a couple of servers. So if you're interested, you wouldn't not be making gold if you joined in. You'd be making a lot.
That's the plan. I mean,
So
I hang out on students Discord just because there's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge, but if I had an actual community to be a part of, that would be, I have a lot of time to invest. I'm home 6 to 8 hours a night, so. Yeah,
I mean, that's what I try to strive for with my community is that I want it to be as interactive as possible, and that's why I have the people as mods that I have mods. All of them are super active, and all of them are very knowledgeable when it comes to gold. Most of them can answer most any question that you have about it, and if for some reason it's something that none of them know, they can get me very quickly. So that's why I like the way that the community's been able to form for us, is because and it makes me so happy to see it, because I've been trying to build it that way for so long, and it's just been, I feel like it's just kind of been like the last like 5 or 6 months that it just kind of blew up huge on Discord, and it went from like me and a handful of people answering questions and stuff like that to like literally people that have only been in the Discord for 5 or 6 days answering questions for new goblins coming in. And so it's awesome. I love it.
Found you on YouTube just a couple months ago, and I mean, if you weren't streaming on YouTube tonight, I wouldn't have found you actually.
Well, actually, I'm just testing it because, you know, I'm smaller, so I don't have the reach that somebody like, you know, Wanna Buy Gold or Hickens or Student have, you know, on Twitch. So when I'm on Twitch, for some reason, even though I put out like announcements and community stuff, I know that it always doesn't go through. So like, you know, whenever I'm streaming on Twitch, I normally have like maybe 3 or 4 people in. So like, seems like YouTube definitely seems like the place to be with the streaming. I'm getting way more interaction, and I'm assuming it's probably actually because most of my community base is on YouTube, so it just makes it to where people that haven't seen me before, haven't talked to me before, get to see me, and then people that are actually subscribed, you get to see, oh shit, he's live. So
That's exactly what just happened.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm on. Actually, you just gained a Patreon follower, so I'm looking here. I'm trying to find your vanilla
Oh fuck.
Transmog profile.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it should be close to the bottom. It was one of the beginning things that I put out. It'll be the vanilla transmog, and then there's the Burning Crusade transmog one that I put out more recent. And you know, all the little tidbits and stuff like that I like putting in there. Let me know for any reason if you can't find it. I'm definitely a noob when it comes to Patreon, so I want to make sure that.
There it is. Nope.
All right.
Yeah, I have. I mean, I have students, but he doesn't have everything broken down into different categories. That's actually really nice. I had to sit there and go through one by one and make a TSM profile through wowhead earlier.
You want to see what? Here, hold on. Can you see the stream?
Yep.
I think it's still up on this one. Transmog revised. Yeah. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like when you open it up. It's going to be like vanilla. It's going to have epic, rare, uncommons, and white items.
It's not showing up on your stream there. Maybe I'm a little.
Oh, it's a lag. There's probably
yep.
Yeah. So and then like the white items, you can see it has all of the possible white items that you can get, and then it has all of the uncommon items. And on the uncommon items, when you break it down, it has, you know, 5K and under, 5 to 10, 10 to 50, 50 to 500, 500 plus, and unobtainable. So I have like the unobtainable ones are set at like, you know, so that it will not sell unless it's a very high percent, obviously, because normally if you have one of these, you either snagged it really cheap and you're wanting to milk as much of it as you can out of it, or you just found it laying in a like bank or something like that and you're still wanting to squeeze as much out of it. So those like this one, the unobtainable, the 500 and 50 to 500 are a certain level. It's really, really high percentage of trying to make your profit. And then 5 to 10 and 10 to 50 is more medium range. So it'll bring the percentage down. Like I want to say that it's like 115 or 120% market and is the lowest. And then 5K and under is like, you know, I look at the historical sell, and if the historical sell is 500 gold and it's selling for, you know, 5,000 gold on your server, it won't undercut, but it will go down to 500 gold if you're posting it to get a sell, because it'll follow someone down to 500. But none of my stuff actually undercuts. Just so you know, you can change that if you want, but that's just how I have it set up.
My minimum right now is 50%, and max is 1100. Just, I mean, it's. I still undercut people
Mm-hmm.
with the max being 1100. And then the normal price is 330% DB region market average. But, I mean, I got it off of Yisa, and she kind of explained it to me as you aren't gonna undercut somebody, and if nobody else posts it, you're gonna be posting it at like, 330%. So she basically put it as, if you're in a high pop server and you're the only one posting something, you're gonna be setting the price, and someone's gonna come along and see it and want it, and if you
And
have
just
enough
buy it.
auctions up, you're gonna get something.
Yep.
You're gonna get somebody to pay
And
more than they're supposed to be.
And the other thing that she's doing there is manipulating the market price to where if you're the only one selling it for a certain amount of time at a higher price, it's going to continuously raise the market average. So it is going to continuously raise those numbers to where then instead of 30,000 for your market average, you posted enough at 100, it may go up to 50,000. So then when you post it for 60, somebody's not going to think anything of it and just buy it. There's a bunch of stuff that goes into transmog selling.
I guess question for the leatherworking.
Mm-hmm.
You know how when you have the TSM pulled up for it, it shows all your profits in green.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would be best to make? Like your higher amount profits, or like make 1 or 2 of your higher amount profit items, or makes more of the lower amount profit?
Okay, so let me find an example here so I can show you, because I want you to know what you need to look at, because you can get caught real quick. Okay, so here's a good example. All right, so here is the boots of eternal agility. So it's saying that if I make those, I'm going to get 50 gold profit. So that's what it's showing me right now this second. If I sold them for this price, I would make 50 gold profit. But what you got to look at is that I know from looking at these that I've sold 115 of them, but their sell rate for an enchant is nice but not crazy. It's 0.15. So what I'm looking at that is that I'm now going to look at the market value and then the historical. So the historical is a little bit higher, but it shows the market value is like 289. So I would be willing to bet that if I go back and look at my server, it's probably going to be sitting around like 330 to 340-ish, which means that my profit is only going to be in like the 20s. So that would be something that, even though it's showing me 50, my profit's probably only going to be 20, so it's not really worth my time to me. You got to make sure that you're looking at it like that. So like if you look at your leather that you're wanting to craft, is the market value close to what the profit is? Does that make sense? Like are your items actually selling for that, or is the market jacked right now because it's right before reset? Hey, what's going on? Yep, finally live over here on YouTube. So
Okay, I'm looking at the profit. I'm looking at some dragon scale gauntlets. Says it goes for 57k profit. Okay.
okay.
But from what you're talking about says the market value is 58,222. The what else do we need to look at?
What's your historical?
It doesn't have a historical.
What's the item again? Is this like a older? You said dragon scale what?
Gauntlets.
Dragon Scale Gauntlets.
Or gauntlets. Yeah, I keep.
Oh, the green.
I got pushed to talk.
Yeah, you're fine. The green Dragon Scale Gauntlets, is that the one that you're making?
Well, they're blue. The item is actually the lettering is blue.
Yeah, the lettering's blue, but it's called the green Dragon Scale. So those are actually good ones.
No, it's just actually Dragon Scale Gauntlets.
Oh. Well, I'm not on. Maybe it is. Maybe it's something else. I'll have to look at that. Let me see here.
Because I mean, it shows that in, let's see, 3 hours ago, no auctions. Like the regional sell rate is 0.03. The regional average daily sold is 0.03. So that would probably be something that might not sell.
So that's going to be a high end transmog. But what I'm looking at right now is trying to see. Oh, that's why they're. Oh, so those are ones that I would stay away from making. And the reason that I would stay away from it, maybe see if I can, let's see if I can get the other item up here. Hold on a sec. Burnished, that's what it was. So I can show you on the stream. Okay, so they don't have them up, but those gloves that you're wanting to make, they share an appearance with another crafted item. And let's see, male, and they're both male, so they share an appearance with another crafted item, and the other crafted item is like it sells for like 3K. So I would definitely stay away from that one. I wouldn't craft that one. And it's because the reason that the sell value, or the reason that the sell rate on that is so low, is because it shares an appearance with something that's way cheaper.
So is there something like in TSM that will show me that?
Okay, so it's the add-on is all the things. Do you have that add-on?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I can get it though.
Yeah, that would be a good one, a really good one for you to get.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the one. Let me see if I can show you on like a. Don't have another crafted. Okay, so if you look here on the rune tender tunic, so all the things is that thing that you see right under sell price where it says ATT, and then it says Rain Shadow Hauberk and the Rune Tender Tunic. So that is all the things, and it's showing me that those are the other two items that share this appearance. And so that's what you're essentially looking for. It's all the things is like wonderful for that. And I reference all the things all of the time, no pun intended. Like that's one of my go-to add-ons, because if you're doing crafting, transmog, anything like that, 100% you have to have that. Oh, also, what was it? Brad, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So another thing that I just used my kitty stamp whistle. Damn it. So another thing that I did on this, that's another huge selling point to it that I completely always forget to tell people that I did, is when you're out farming transmog, I set the group for vanilla and TBC so that you don't have to have add-ons like scrap or junk or anything like that to get rid of your like low profit, low selling transmogs. So I put an operation in there for vendoring. So when you come to your groups under the vendor and you come here, you can actually, let's deselect. You can come here and just hit the group and then do sell groups. And what that'll do is it will sell any item that's in your bag that is a vanilla or burning crusade transmog that is 0.01 sell rate and 500 gold or less. So like if you get an item that is 500 gold and it has a 0.01 sell rate, it will vendor it. But
Gold regen or 500 gold market?
500 gold, because normally it's historical is like the lowest price.
Right.
So I have it set to 500 historical.
Yeah.
So it'll catch a lot of lower items, but there's a lot of lower items that have better than 0.01. So that's kind of the culling mechanism, that if it's 0.01 and 500 or lower, it'll sell. But like, for example, if you have an item that is 409 gold, but it has a 0.03 sell rate, it's going to keep it. Because that's an item that you should post as a transmog, because 0.03 with transmog is pretty decent. So that's also another part. I really wanted to have that in there, thanks to me and Avine in the Discord brainstorming on that. We finally figured out how to get that to work, so you don't have to have an additional add-on to be able to cull out your low-end transmogs.
So you actually went into groups and then just just the whole vanilla and then sell groups.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gotcha. Cool.
It makes it really nice when you're farming transmog too.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, but I've been doing it over on Crush Ridge, and dungeon transmog just does not sell. And you know, I would rather have a lot of sales quickly and make less gold than wait months and months for something to sell. So
you need to have a good combination of both.
Right.
Yeah. And you said you're over on students Discord, so I mean, you probably know all of the OG good spots to hit.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. Like I said, I have 1,500 1,500 auctions up just for dungeon transmog. I mean, 2 of each. So I've been doing it for a while. I just recently, within the last couple weeks, got into crafting, and it's just been like a whole different experience. And then moving to a high pop server yesterday, I'm just like, it's a lot of information to take in.
But you want to see? I've been bad myself, and I haven't done a restock for my tailoring. You want to see what I bet you anything it's pretty decent. Let's see what a restock for my
That's another thing, the restock operation, or because somebody had told me once to make a restock operation, and I'm like, I have no idea where to even start.
So this is just my tailoring that I can do on this server or on this tune. So if I restock my tailoring, it's going to cost me 406k.
Huh.
But my profit is going to be 3.7 mil.
Yep. A restock is you made that group with everything that you want to create.
Yep. Now you can. So were you in earlier whenever I told you how you can make the group with the stuff that you can currently craft with TSM crafting window?
With the little 3 dots.
Yep. Yeah, so that's like the super easy way to do it.
Create groups from table.
And then just do that. That's the way I would go about doing it. Now I've got to figure out how the hell to get all this off. Good lord.
0 groups are created, 0 groups were added. So how am I?
Oh, then you already have everything. Let's see. Oh, we're just gonna, let's see, I had, what is this? Critical strike. Let's just get all that out of there.
Yeah, students pay spin is literally, it's from craft to transmog, every single profession, dungeon mog from every expansion. It's really, really in depth. But he's had a lot of people help him with it. I mean, he's got a lot of people over there in his Discord doing stuff for him.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what we're trying to get to too. He's
Yeah.
been talking to a bunch of the moderators. Once I can actually make this a full-time endeavor like they have going on.
I'd like to learn. I'd like to grow. I'd like to be a part of it. I'm willing to put in the work because this is something I was a raider, but this is just way more fun for me to see the profits and be able to buy future games and have Blizzard balance and.
Oh yeah, everybody loves that part of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I remember when Diablo 3 had the real money auction house. I made a bunch of money and bought all my friends' games and stuff, and then that went away, and it was like, now what? And then when I found Goldmaking, I mean, I've just now hit 1 million, about a month ago. I'm at like 1.5 right now.
Oh, nice.
It's I was doing it all on the medium pop realm, but I just I don't know. I don't have like the creative mind to go around and figure out ways to do things. So if I could, be a part of somebody else's creative mind and kind of be a part of a think tank.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
like a
Welcome.
sponge, like I said.
Welcome. We're all about the think tank. That's literally all I ask. People ask me how, like, a lot of times whenever I help them out in the Discord, how they can, pay me back. I don't need anything. Literally all I want to do is build the community and continue building the community. So all I ask is that whatever I teach you, whatever you learn from anybody else in the Discord, if for some reason there's anybody else that's new, doesn't know anything about what you already know about, and then they ask a question, just answer it for them. That's all I ask.
Right. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's what I do over in students Discord for no reason.
And there you go.
Hey, I got one more item question.
Yeah, shoot. Oh no, you're good. Ask away.
On leatherworking, there's a wolf's head helm. It's a druid item.
Okay. Let's see.
And it says it goes for 145k. Okay, and the historical price is 184. But like you said, the sell rate is like 0.01. But I guess my question
is wolf's head one word?
yes. And if I were to make that with an added relic to like bump it up to like a level 47, would that maybe help sell it?
So the only bad thing about that one is I'm almost 100% sure. Let me look at it. It shares an appearance. Yeah. So it shares an appearance with the Helm of Lupine and the Wolf Hunter. So like if you look here, you were saying that it sells for like 100k or something like that. So this is why, like I said, this will help you so you can have a reference in the future when you're looking at it, and you can make the decisions for yourself. Where do they have the helm? Oh, they don't have any of the helms. Oh, you know what? Is the Helm of Lupine? It's a quest. Let's see. Plate, mail, leather. Hunter's Guise. And that's a quest. So Yeah, so the reason that you're not going to be able to sell that for 100k at all is because it shares an appearance with a quest item that you can get from Terrak Forest.
Okay, but it also has like a bind on equip. I mean, it has an equip thing on it. It says when shapeshifting into a cat form, the druid gains 20 energy. When shapeshifting into a bear form, the druid gains 5 rage. Like I said, we're gonna add the bonus leveling so someone could possibly use it.
Now, they may be able to use that. It would be like a really niche like twink thing, and that actually is a part of gold making that I haven't gotten into, haven't been able to test enough yet. So I don't really want to give you like 100% definitive answer either way, because I personally haven't been able to play around with making like the level 47 like twink items with the older items, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, it may work, and if you have extra gold and you want to test it, then that's something that you can do. I just haven't tested that yet.
Yeah, because I mean, one of the mats are kind of
Expensive.
yeah, it's wild vine.
That's like
I mean,
a couple thousand each.
I mean, I can go farm that.
Yeah, I think you'd probably be better off focusing on getting and farming the mats to be able to make a bunch of the level 50 leatherworking gear from Shadowlands. I think that would probably make you a lot more in the long run, because the amount of time that you're going to spend trying to farm wildvine and getting all that together and then crafting it, and then, I mean, like I said, it shares an appearance with a quest item. That thing's going to take months to sell. So, you may have somebody buy it out in the first month, but I would highly, highly doubt that you would have somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the leatherworking, which sells better, leather or mail?
For old transmog, for the crafted?
No, for Shadowlands.
For Shadowlands, I've had better success with leather, but it really is depending on your server. I would test whenever I did my initial test, I tested it out for a week and I crafted both. So that's what I would recommend you do. Just create one of each item, test it, and keep one of each item up for the entire week, and you'll be able to test your server and be able to see where you're at.
All right. And also, you said you're on Bleeding Hollow?
Yeah, I'm on Bleeding Hollow, I'm on Storm Rage, and I'm on Dentarg.
Okay, because I used to, I mean, I still got characters on Bleeding Hollow. That was my starting realm back in 2009.
Oh, nice.
And
Well,
I still have all my characters from there.
Oh, Pone, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm relatively new to Bleeding. I've been over here since late 2019 is when I moved over. I've been on Storm Rage since probably around 2018, and Dentarg was the server that I originally started on. That's the one that I have all my stuff that I have been too lazy to move over to a bigger pop server. I'm too sentimental to move my characters on there, but I have I'm handicapping myself with it because I have a leatherworker, a tailorer, and a blacksmith that pretty much have almost any pattern that you could possibly want, except for a couple of the old unobtainable items that I just didn't get throughout the years. And like my restocking for my blacksmith, I tested it on stream probably like 2 or 3 months ago, and it was going to cost me like 1.1 mil to restock my blacksmithing transmogs if I did all of them, but the 1.1 mil would turn like 9.3 mil profit or some crazy shit like that, because I have a lot of really hard to get patterns and stuff like that.
So does that restock everything you can make?
You can also set it to only do certain certain expansions. So like a majority of, or this is just what I've found, a majority of my profit from crafted items comes from vanilla, burning crusade, lich, and then some cata, but it really kind of starts dying off after that. But mostly vanilla, burning crusade are the ones that you see like the huge profits on, and the ones that you see the fastest sells on. Like if you're really, I tell this to a lot of people too, like if you're really super serious about getting into crafting transmog, you can make a nice lump sum of gold profit by simply making sure that you have every craftable vanilla t-shirt that you can make with tailoring. And if you just make that and post them up on the auction house, like you can be very well off on most servers, because shirts just absolutely fly off the auction house.
Surprisingly enough, actually, t-shirt day gave me a big bump.
Oh,
I got a whole bunch of free t-shirts, and I threw those in the bank for like 6-7 months.
Absolutely.
And I sold them, and it did really well, because a lot of those t-shirts are either you can only get them through there, or they're hard to get now.
Yeah, and you can make a lot that way.
Actually, I just got the styling hat patterns the other day, and the woolly bear.
Oh, nice.
Harness, and yeah, I just got those two. Yeah, Yisa's crafted guide on student's book has like she has some that are just really like you gotta have if you want to make some money. And then now I got my eye on a Felsteel long blade pattern because I got a buddy that just makes bundles of cash off that.
Oh, CG, how's it going on? Oh, let's see.
Oh, I just I made the crafting TSM group, and it's leatherwork. So I go over to TSM groups and it says leatherworking, and it's got cataclysm patterns, leatherworking, outland, shadowlands. Then I hit restock selected. It's only showing me like armor kits and relics of the past. Like, I don't know why it's. Not sure why.
What was that weapon you were talking about?
The Felsteel Longblade.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the pattern right now on my medium pop is 500k, 750 on my high pop.
Yeah, but what they sell for about 70 to 75k a pop.
Yeah, like 50 to 75.
Yeah. I mean, takes a while to make it back, but you still make it back.
Yeah, I have it favorited because I know somebody that snagged one for 150,000. So I'm just, I'm hoping.
All right.
Okay, now I have my. Let's see, estimated cost 96,000, 544,000 in profit.
Damn.
It's leather working.
Very nice.
It's the medium pop though. That's with all the .01s and .02s and the white, the hand stitched stuff.
Hey, don't be bashing my white items. Come on now.
Hides, the bone shatters.
Yeah, I sell plenty of those.
That Felsteel Longblade, the item, the plan, is that bind on a pickup, or can I buy it in the auction house?
You can buy the plan. Yeah.
The plan?
Yeah.
For oodles and oodles of money.
It's
Oodles and oodles of gold.
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about this. You said the level 50, is that green gear for leatherworking? Because I got the Crafter's Mark II because I started as soon as Shadowlands came out. I was raiding, so I was down in the mall a lot, and I got my Crafter's Mark II pretty early. So I was making the 168 gear a lot, making a lot of money off that. But I didn't know anything about this level 50 gear that you're talking about.
Yeah, so if you look at the, I'm not on my leather worker, or I would show you, but
I got it open.
yeah, so if you look at your leatherworking, you have your base leatherworking gear, like the base helm, chest, gloves, boots, all that stuff. So if you look at your crafter's mark, it's I think it's just the base one, the crafter's mark 1. It should say that it's going to change your item to level 50 and item level 87 or something like that.
Or that's the novice crafter's mark, level
Novice.
87 and level 50. Okay.
Yeah.
So when they hit level 50, they can get some decent gear.
Well, like I said before, it's the best gear that you can have for an alt unless you had like mythic raid gear.
So what do I craft?
So what you do is you craft a bunch of those novice ones. I would craft however many of the items that you're wanting to craft. And then I would craft a bunch of those, and then just craft, like whenever I do it and I restock, I normally restock like 3 to 4 of each of the items. So that's what I would do.
I just did that. I do the shadebound and the shadow scale. I just did 4 of each. I made 64 crafters mark 2s, and then made 4 of each of all those, and then I just keep cancel scanning those. That's where actually most of my money's been coming from.
Look at that. I always forget. Yeah, the novice is really good. I always forget how crazy. This is my other server, Storm Rage. They like come over here and I just immediately craft or post stuff, and it's just like, your auction has sold, your auction has sold, your auction has sold. Let's see. It's like, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's only been like 30 seconds since I posted everything, and I already have 3,300 coming in.
So
There you go, 35.
Do you use auctioneer for the crafter's mark stuff, or do you? Because TSM, I don't think it still sells it as if it's the normal.
Yeah, I'm just holding out. I'm still playing barbarian level when it comes to that stuff. I manually do it personally. Yeah, I'm waiting for the new update with TSM to come out so that I can have all those niceties and not have to waste too many brain cells, what few I have left, on trying to figure out how to work around the system and get it done.
Yeah, I go to Auctionator and I sit there and put 2 of this, 2 of that, and actually I've been lazy. I've been using that for my cancel scanning on my alchemy stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, screw TSM. Because if I do a cancel scan on TSM, it's gonna have all the crafter's mark gear in there, and I'm just like, ugh. I feel like canceling this and not canceling that, and
you can split it up by groups.
I was about to say, you can definitely split it up by groups and just do cancel scans on certain things instead of a broad group.
Yeah, what I usually do is I've got mine split up against my major markets. So like I've got my alch group set up, and then inside of each group I've got them split up between hot and cold sellers. So stuff that I post up there and that can sit for a day and sell, or stuff that if it doesn't sell in the first 10 minutes I'm undercut. And then what I do is on my hot sellers, I just go through and I cancel scan on when I start doing AH PvP.
And also make sure that you have like a Shadowlands material group, so that you don't have your materials underneath each of the crafting, so that you don't accidentally post up shit. Yeah, I learned that the hard way back back in, I think it was the beginning of BFA, and I forget what I had. I want to say that it was the crystals, and I just disenchanted like an absolute shit ton of them, and I was doing like a cancel scan and then reposting, and I sold a bunch of them at like a stupidly low market price, and I lost my ass. Like I want to say I lost like 300k value or
so
something.
You really need to watch out for your what you've got set as your mid buyout on TSM as well.
Yeah.
Like I think mine's currently set up that it won't sell anything that I have, as far as like mats or crafting like that. At under like 90% the market value is.
Yeah. And see, of course, whenever I was doing what I was talking about, I didn't have that safety net in yet. So I just sold it. And it was, it hurt.
Yeah. Man. I made my first 750,000, and I
Fuck yeah.
saw it when the raid first came out, Mythic first came out. Somebody popped a BOE at 226 for 450,000, and I was like, my balls shot up into my stomach, and I was like, all right, let me grab this and see if I can flip it for like 8 or 850, because it was like fresh. It was Mythic just came out, and I bought it, and I had just made my first 750, and I spent 2/3 of it, and I sat and I put it for 850, and some other guy put his for 8, so I put mine for 799, and it was like a month or two, and then eventually I did something else I can't remember, but I had it on a different character, and I was just doing TSM, and I posted it for 26,000 gold.
Oh
And I
no.
lost
Oh
430
no.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I had to build it all back up.
Oh
It
fuck.
but
Oh yeah.
I fucking learned a lesson. I absolutely learned a lesson.
Yeah. I want to say probably one of my most memorable fuck ups is I accidentally this would have been back in Legion. I accidentally put a transmog that I had just gotten into a wrong group. It priced it too low. It didn't have the any safety net on it, and I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the necrology robes that you can get from Shadowfang Keep, but they're like stupid rare.
Yep.
And if this tells you how many times I can't tell you how many times I've run Shadowfang Keep for Transmog, like thousands of times, and I have only ever had one drop, and I fucking sold it for 5K.
Oh my god.
Oh, it hurts so bad because I think at that time on my medium pop server that I was on, like that the market value was 500. It was like $500,000 in Legion. It was like fuck.
That's like vending a pendulum of doom or something.
Yes.
Holy oof.
It hurt so bad.
That sounds painful.
Yeah. But shit like that's gonna happen.
So my next question is, what? I'm looking at the gear here. So let's see. Okay, so the green Shadowlands leatherworking gear.
Yeah.
Is God, what the hell is it? I don't know why my leatherworking is all screwed up right now. Oh, cataclysm patterns, outland patterns. Why isn't there's base Shadowlands gear, right? Where the hell is it?
They're a bait more than anything. Mine says they make like 1,000 gold and sell at a 2.4, but they don't sell at all.
What doesn't?
The green leather gear, green quality gear.
Well, yeah, we're talking.
If you
the novice crafter's mark.
Yeah, if you put it at level 50, it will. But if you just leave it at the regular level and make green gear, yeah, it's not going to sell. But you have to use that novice crafter's mark to make it whatever it is, like level 50. I don't have it in front of me, but it's like level 50, item level 87.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so under leatherworking itself is all the different gear. So like I'm looking at the Nightscape headband is green. It's level 22, requires level 15. Would I be able to put the crafters right here? Oh, that's add optional region.
Yep, it actually shows that you can add the additional reagents and stuff like that.
Relic of the past, yeah, that's a little low.
Yeah, Ryan, I normally transmog farm way more than I have in the past couple months. I really miss it. I want to be able to do more of it. I'm trying to build some groups in the Discord so that I can get back into it and have like steady group farming so that I can hit up some of the spots that I used to go to and everything like that with my old groups and stuff like that. Some of my favorite spots are like some of my favorite spots are like the really well-known OG spots. Like I love Desolus Farm. I love the Crimson Whelp Farm, the Bronze Whelp Farm. I love the Saltstone Cave. One of my favorite starter dungeons for Transmog, because it gives you such a huge variety, and it consistently gives you 2 transmogs that you can stock up a lot that actually sell very well too. Is I think it's really underrated for the value that it has as a dungeon for Transmog is Black Fathom Deeps. That's a really good one. And then yep, and because you get the scholarly robes, and I forget what the alternative is there, but they both have the same appearance. It's like scholarly robes and another robe.
The silver thread?
I don't know if it's the silver thread or not, but one of them's blue or a rare, and one of them's an uncommon, but they both share the same appearance. But you get them both from the same mob in BFD, and it's pretty much a guaranteed drop every time you run the dungeon. So like I don't know if anyone here even remembers this pitiful guide, but literally my very first video that I ever put out was the loot that I got from 100 runs of BFD. So, and I still have 3 or 4 of the robes from that run. But I ran it 100 times. So I've sold 96 or 97 of the exact same transmog in 2 years.
Looking at it right now. It's pretty
Oh God, you're looking at the old video?
No, I'm looking at the wowhead.
Oh, I was like, oh no, don't do that. No.
Let's see how Modest really feels about that video.
Oh man. No, you really want to watch some.
He hasn't just taken it down yet.
Oh no, I just leave it there because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I love being able to look back and see that I've actually progressed a little bit with not embarrassing myself that much. I think the one that I always thought was like the funniest looking back was, I think it's my second or third video that I ever put out. It's the longest one that I have out. It's like over 30 minutes long. And I had no script. I was completely talking out my ass. And it was because the premise that I was trying to explain could have been wrapped up easily in like 2.5 minutes. Maybe 2.5 minutes. But I fucking talked for like 30 minutes. It was my first ever one that I actually like really talked on. And I did not know what I was doing when it came to YouTube whatsoever. So it was pretty funny.
The silver dress robes you can buy in any city look exactly the same. Is that what you're talking about?
No. It's actually an item that drops from BFD with the scholarly robes. You either get one or the other. Yeah.
They said, the star belt goes good with it, which is
yep.
Why you might sell a few more.
Star belt
Being real expensive.
It is. Oh, I used my my server horseshoe. I used all my luck probably 4 months ago because on Storm Rage, so the average price on Storm Rage for the Star Belt pattern is 200k. and the same guy was posting up a lot of them. Like I think at one point he had like over 10 of them up. So I don't know if it's like a multi-boxer that just found a spot that nobody else has been able to find where you have insane drop rate for the star belt pattern. I don't know. Either way, I'm sure that there's somebody that's found a farm that you can get good drop rate from it.
I think you're talking about the gore-stained garb.
Ah, that's what it was. Yep, gore-stained garb.
What my research?
Right, Google. Honest.
Yeah, I'm on wowhead going through the comments.
So if you look, oh fuck, what was I just talking about? Oh shit, I had a huge I think I'm having a stroke, guys.
The star belt with the multi-box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he posted back up his stock, but I'm assuming he was doing it manually because he forgot a 0.
Oh, you love that.
And I bought all 7 of them.
Yeah, I'd do that too.
No remorse. No remorse. So I have the star belt pattern that I can craft on Storm Rage on my tailor, and I have I'm down to 4 of the patterns left. And I sold 2 of the patterns for about 130 to 140k. So
I'm wondering if I should do this and spend this because I did the crafting queue for all the leatherworking stuff and all the crafted transmog that I have, and it's like spend 74k but 500k profit. I don't know. Like, do I do that? Do I?
So how much gold do you have?
I mean, I got right now on this tune. I split up my gold to one. I sent my one tune to Moonguard with like 750, and this one has 500.
Okay.
So I mean, I've got 500.
So this is what you should ask yourself. So okay, so you're gonna spend 70 and it's gonna give you 500k profit, right? Is that what you just said?
I think it's gonna take a while to get that back.
So well, that's what I was gonna say. So say you only get half of that back. So say you get 250k profit, but say that it takes you 5 months to sell all of it from posting. Are you going to be happy making 250k profit trickle in over the next 5 months?
Right.
Now, my answer to that would be yes, of course, because I'm also going to be restocking blacksmithing and tailoring and inscription. So yeah, 250 5 times over trickling in is a lot of fucking gold trickling in.
I was gonna say, you seem like you're just doing it on every tune just to restock it, and you have it's nice passive income.
It is.
So do you is that part of your cancel scanning or your reposting?
Nope. It's part of my reposting. It is not part of my cancel scanning. Please, anybody that is listening to this right now, for the love of God, do not cancel scan your old transmogs. You will go insane, you will burn out, and you will never do it again.
I have somebody in Students Discord just left because he stopped gold farming because he was doing it 12 to 16 hours a day. He was just cancel scanning all day. That's all he did. And he
oh my God. Poor dude. Yeah. I mean, so this is what I would do. This is how I would set yours up. I don't know what other you said that I thought you said though that you have like tailoring, leatherworking, and blacksmithing on that server.
I have leatherworking and alchemy, and I have a 58 hunter. And once I get them up to 60, I'm putting blacksmithing, and I was thinking engineering because the goggles sell really well, and the gold and some other stuff.
Now, if you don't have one on the server, vanilla inscription is like a fucking gold mine.
What do you get from vanilla inscription?
So and it's there's glyphs that are good in vanilla inscription, but Glyph of the Stars is the fucking grade A baller. Like, Glyph of Stars is the...
Only one. I think that's like 1K on the server.
Well, okay, so let's put that into perspective. It's 1K on your server, so that's what it sells for, right? Okay, the last time that I actually went through the process of getting getting the herbs myself to then mass mill and then craft Glyph of the Stars, I was able to craft 53 of them after an hour of farm.
Okay. Yep.
Is Glyph
So-
of the Stars, is that a trainer pattern?
Oh,
Or
that's
is that a
actually
farm pattern?
that's actually a really good question. I don't remember if that one's a trainer or not. I feel like it is, but hold on, let me see.
I'm not sure myself, actually. I'm assuming because of how much it is. It would
Yes, it is. It is sold. So it is a
It's a sold
vendor.
pattern, yeah.
Yep, it's a vendor
Sold pattern.
pattern in Dalaran.
Mr. Griff.
Yep.
In Dalaran.
I take it as just one of those things no one just goes and buys.
Rob, let's see. So Rob, do you have TSM? So that's pretty much what we're talking about with cancel scanning. Oh, look at that, 6,700. So actually I can show you, because I guarantee you with how crazy Storm Rage is that all of these enchants right here are probably going to be undercut. So if I come over here and on auctioning, I can do a cancel scan. And essentially what the cancel scan is doing is it's going to scan all the items that I have on the auction house, and then it's going to tell me which ones that someone has either undercut the price that I'm at, so I need to lower my price, or they just simply posted it after me, which is because it's a last in first out system, meaning that they've technically quote unquote undercut me and their stuff will sell first. So what you can do is you just hit cancel scan and looky there. You've been undercut, 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 all of them. Pretty much all of them. So then you just, don't do that because I have my scroll wheel on the same thing as my macro. But then you just go through there and you just cancel, 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 cancel. And what that does is it just took everything off the market. So the reason that becomes competitive is because then you pull them back out. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get back on the Bruto, scan, and then I'm going to re-undercut those people that I just pulled my items off of. So watch, I'm going to re-undercut those items. Let's see. I don't know if I actually sold them because I keep forgetting that I have a macro. I didn't. Okay. So I'm going to post them. So now I've posted, and watch, probably right here, you'll probably see in just a second. Normally it's pretty quick when I start seeing sells on Storm Rage, especially the night before, but it may not be. Go back to crafting my shit.
Oh, you weren't kidding about these 87 greens. Cost me 76 gold to make it, and I'm getting 1,000 gold back.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna add that into my blue rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that now. Nice. It's gonna be a nightmare doing this all manually, but
Yeah, it makes a lot of profit though, doing them. And back to what I was saying about how many items are you actually crafting if you restock your leatherworking transmogs?
let's see. actually, it's got Relic of the Past in here. Let me take those out.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's see. I gotta get some more.
Shadow.
Get some more vellum.
So I would leave the hand stitched leather, the whites, the umber hides, the bone shatter vest, umber hide tread. I don't know. It's only got one of the legendary of each. It's got one bone shatter vest, one umber hide tread. That's a weird group. It's 262 things.
Let's see here.
Oh, yeah, that's got armor kits in there too. Never mind. 162 things.
Okay.
Well, no, 112. I don't know why I had 52 glove kits. So 112 things, 68,000 gold, 368,000 profit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Repeat that one more time. How many items?
112 items, 68,000 cost, 368,000 profit.
Dang, that's not bad at all. And it's gonna take you no time to post that many items up. I would kind of. Do you have all the things?
Yep.
All right, I would scan through that, make sure before you craft all those that some of them aren't like sharing appearances and stuff like that. But then I would craft all the ones that you can and all the ones that have good appearances, and then just make a crafted transmog posting bank. Let's see. Just started watching your videos. Yeah, so TSM is really in depth, and I mean you don't have to master TSM to be able to make millions. Like it helps, but you don't have to. How much time do you have to invest into gold making? And the only reason I say that is I mean, I get it. I'm like super optimized for what I do, but most people are kind of surprised with how much gold I make and how little time I actually have to play the game. Because in comparison, I'll just be honest, in comparison to most other like gold makers and content creators and stuff like that, I have like no time compared to most of them. Like I normally get like maybe on the days that I stream, I do a little bit longer. Like I'll get like three-ish hours in at night. The other days is like maybe 1 or 2. Maybe 1 or 2 hours. That's about it.
Out for the night, Modest. Enjoy the rest of your stream.
Yeah, thanks. You too. You take it easy.
Like this first, like earthen leather shoulders shares an appearance with robust shoulders. I go to wowhead. Robust shoulders is dropped by mobs, and it says react, and it's all auction house. Does that mean it's all just a world drop?
Yeah, that's what that means.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, how do you know if it was from a quest? It would say dropped by.
It would tell you like dropped by, yeah, and it would or it would say like given by, and it would tell you the quest giver.
Oh, then you'd have to go through the whole list there, and oof.
Yeah, I would do that just to make sure, and then I mean once you do that once, then you can just set it to only restock those items.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it of TSM is if you just put the work in once, you don't
Yep.
have to worry about it again.
Then it's all automated. And Rob, that's the thing that's going to help you, which is like you said, you get to play maybe 6 to 7 hours a week. A good week is 10 to 12. So if you just take a loss for, a week or two and just spend time completely getting your setup up to date, getting all of your TSM set up to where it's just automated, everything else is completely automated, then those times that you log in, you're just you know, when you're wanting to make gold, you just log in and do like what I'm doing right now and just craft an absolute shit ton of enchants or other stuff and then post it, and then the rest of the time you have to play the game and do other stuff you want. Are you asking, with what Brandon said, make 5 mil in a month? Oh, you can do it. I mean, hell,
Guildies got their Bronto mounts with there was an old farm that was broken. The Toldazar.
mm-hmm. Yeah, the skinning bone run farm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hop on a DH and max it out at 10 per hour. Well, I just bought one of my first mounts off the black.
Nice.
Got the Drake of the.
Yeah, so I mean, you can easily do that, especially if you have the time to invest into the game. Like I said, I have maybe an hour or two a day that I have to invest into it, and getting shorter and shorter because I'm trying to pump out more content. So I'm really excited. The further we get with, you know, the channel, the more subs we get, the more growth we get, the closer I get to being able to, you know, back off of work and be able to do this full time. Alexander, what's going on? Welcome. And then once I can do it full time, we'll be doing like, you know, 8, 10, 12 hours doing some crazy shit, trying to hit, like, you know, see how much we can actually hit.
Really appreciate all the free advice, by the way. Well, I guess I paid you $1.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm kind of questioning whether it's worth it to move my stuff over to a higher pop room.
There's actually an add-on for that called Worth It. If you follow Dalla GG at all?
Yeah, I do.
Love them. I mean, I started with WTB, Dalla, Student, like a couple of the other guys.
Brandon, I saw you play on Storm Rage. That's where I'm at right now. The enchanting market is mine. Well, not really, because fucking Storm Rage has got an insane amount of super hardcore goblins. So I would humbly say I'm one of the bigger players in Storm Rage enchanting market. Let's see. Glad you caught you on. Question. Should hear all the time. Deal with the undercutting count sounds. Spending time competing with them. No life in AH. Yeah. So I just do it sparingly. I don't have the time to be able to invest into doing that. So I just focus my no lifing and cancel scanning on reset days, which is essentially when it's the most profitable for me. Because I mean, there's been days, especially on Storm Rage, where I'll be sitting there cancel scanning right after reset, and I don't, like, I'm assuming it's just like a guild doing it or somebody doing it, because I never see them repost the amount. But I've had multiple days on Storm Rage where I'm cancel scanning, and I mean, you see me making 200 of each of the enchants right now. I'll have anywhere from like 200 to 600 of an enchant. Hell, the other day I sold like almost 500 of the tenets of mastery at one time. Like, who the fuck is buying 500 tenets of mastery and not trying to flip them and sell it? No, I didn't see what you said about the community. What's up? Let's see. Oh, you've started a gold making community? Yeah. I like joining in on other ones, see what everybody's got going on. If any of y'all weren't here earlier, I was talking about, I actually am really excited about this because if you've kept up with my if you kept up with my Monday Millions series, one of the things I kept talking about is that I really wanted to get into being able to see what the boosting community was like, and how much gold you can make doing that, like with and I just thought it was fun, and that's something that I've always wanted to try, like, you know, how much you can really make if you like hardcore gold sell your mythic boosts. And apparently somebody that was part of or high up in a boosting community saw my video about it and reached out to me on Discord and wants to collaborate and do a couple of videos. So I actually get to carry out what I was wanting to do. So I think that'll be kind of cool, and get to see, you know, just how much you can actually make doing stuff like that.
Let's see, my buddy, when they moved to Bleeding Hollow, they were selling Sired Nathrius runs on Heroic for 1.2 million a person, and they were farming him at that point. So it was, you know, between everybody in the guild plus the person that was paying, you know, they were all making whatever, you know, it was like 25, you know, 24, 1.2 divided by 24 per run. So, I mean, if you're doing it consistently, or if you do Mythic Plus runs, Mythic Plus boosting is, it's really fucking up there.
My tune's name on Storm Rage is Swifty. If you want, just look up in the chat above. Or actually, I wonder if I can link it again. You can just join the Discord, and you can just message me on Discord. My server is better on Sundays than on reset days. Sundays I can do 300k of sales. Shit. Then Sundays are your days then.
I think that also goes with whether you have a lot of guilds that are on farm right now, whether it's going to be a Sunday or a Tuesday. If you have more guilds that are on farm, they're doing a full clear on Tuesdays. Whereas if you have a lot of guilds that are still working, doing progression, you're going to have a lot more sales on Sunday and Mondays. So they're trying to get it cleared before they're set up.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna see a lot more. I would say that I see decent sales on bleeding on like late Saturday to Sunday. Most of my sales are obviously still on Tuesday, but Storm Rage, I'll be honest, reset day is insane. And I mean, it doesn't matter how much stock you go into reset day on Storm Rage with, you're probably going to sell it. And I only say that because, again, I literally have 11,000 sacred shards crafting as many enchants as I can manage without my eyes bleeding. And I mean, I run through my stock on Storm Rage. So yeah, it's crazy. And then the rest of the week on Storm Rage is what's impressive. Is like the rest of the week, the price on Storm Rage like tapers down like maybe 20-25% from restock day on Tuesday, and then it just stays there all the rest of the week, and you just see consistent sales all week. It's pretty. Yeah, it's a super impressive market.
On my lower pop realm, tends to be I can get flasks and stuff up and going, and I sell really well on Monday night, Tuesday night. But throughout the rest of the week is when I wait for the herbs to start dropping in price because not enough they're making stuff.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Brandon.
Watch the herbs drop in price. It goes up.
Oh yeah.
Do my mass restock on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays.
And then just restock for the reset.
Yep.
Yeah.
Buying herbs is when usually I can get them at like 70 below or 70% of market value, depending on who's ever bought out and tried to resell.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then I have my regular markets that just constantly are up and selling. Transmogs, my bags, stuff.
Yeah, God, I have so many bags I don't even know what to do with.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the bag server. It's really wonky. Like you said, I'm pretty sure somebody's fluctuating with cloth cost to sell their bag versions rather.
Yeah. What oh, was I talking to you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think Shem was having the same issue I am.
So here's how you get around that. So how much is your tide spray linen on your server?
Let's take a look here.
And were you playing in BFA?
Right now, tide spray is 33 silver.
Holy shit. Okay.
It goes up to there's currently 368,000 at 35 silver.
I mean, I'm not telling you what to do with your life, but like I would give my left nut for 300k worth of tide spray linen at 33 silver. You realize how much gold you can make with that?
Well,
there's no so. You would be able to make an absolute insane, unless bags on your server are selling for like 30 gold, you're gonna make a shitload of gold. How much are your bags selling for?
Deep sea bags are 190 gold.
Dude. Okay.
But we're running into the issue is the other one that goes into the bags.
Say what? Yeah, well no, that's what I'm going to get at. Do you have a engineer?
No, but I can get one.
Okay. So either way, even if you don't, like your tailorer, you can still use it to make old combatant gear. Yeah, Croc in there is like, I'll buy them all. I wouldn't have even, I'm just being honest with you. I wouldn't have even blinked. I would have bought every single one of them at 35. I would have bought out your entire market, because what you can do is you can do the bracer shuffle. So if you craft all of them into bracers, you only need tide spray linen and nylon thread.
Okay.
And then what happens is you can set it to mass craft, and BFA bracers do not cap at your bag size. So once your bags are full, it just will allow you to continuously craft, and it'll send everything to your mailbox.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. And then what you do is you
blowing those away with expulsum.
Yes, you take them to the scrapper, and you scrap all of them. And what they're going to do is they're going to give you tide spray linen back, nylon thread back, expulsum, and they're going to give you they're going to give you a large amount of deep sea back. Even though you didn't use any deep sea to make the bracers, they give you deep sea back.
Okay.
So then you can flip that into the bags with all the materials that you have left over from the craft, and then you can use all the expulsum to craft, notorious gear, or craft the 32 slot bags if you have those, and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can look here and see on mine. I mean, shit, I just bought 3 or 4K worth of tide spray linen on my server because it was like 98 silver, which is like really good.
Yeah, I've just bought all of those. So I bought 368,667.
Well, you better. So what I would
only spent 129,000 gold.
Dude, that's such a ridiculously good price. So what I highly recommend that you do so that you don't lose your sanity is I would clear out as much space as you possibly can out of your bank. Send it to a bank alt if you need to. Just clear as much space out of your bags and out of everything as you can. Fill all of your bank with tide spray linen, and then fill your bags with the nylon thread, and just hit craft and sit back and watch some YouTube.
Yeah, so luckily, this is
Oh.
on my bank alt.
There we go. That works.
Through a bank alt.
Hold on a sec. Brandon, sorry, it's Swifty. You can see it right here. It's SCHWIFTY.
We're talking about doing the shuffle.
Yeah, the bracer shuffle.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I was just wondering why you were, kind of jizzing over tide spray linen. I wasn't understanding it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, at that price, yeah. Well, I mean, the reason that I'm crazy about it right now is because I'm making a stupid amount of gold on deep sea bags. Like, I mean, I'm every 2 to 3 days, I'm making about 50K profit. Now, it's also because I have a little bit of a problem, and that's a spending problem. And when I find something I like doing, I buy out markets without even thinking, like I just said. I'm pretty sure that I have somewhere in the ballpark of around $500,000 of tide spray linen. Not $500,000 value. Like 500,000 or more tide spray linen in my mailbox.
So Mars had just helped me this getting this tune set up with a banker guild.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
all of my alt except
Senna, I am on I'm on Storm Rage and Bleeding Hollow, but this character's on Storm Rage. The bracer and the deep sea bag recipe are both from the trainer. To get rank 3 for the deep sea bags, which is a huge cost cut out because it's taking a large amount of the deep sea satin that you need out. That I think you have to be revered or exalted with Venari, or I forget what the alliance equivalent of that was.
Volduni.
Or Volduni, that's it.
And it's the Kulturas humans, I think, for alliance.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember who that is.
The Kulturas is the Xandalar troll equivalent.
Okay, so it's whatever's the equivalent foxes for the alliance.
Volpera and whatever they are.
There you go. Anybody that's interested in joining the Discord, you can use that link, join the Discord. And Brandon, if you want to get a hold of me on there, you can message me through there. Yeah, I'm Horde.
Does anyone know the Shadow?
No, on Storm Rage, I am Alliance. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you asking?
The Shadow Cuffs.
Yeah, the Shadow Lace Cuffs.
Do you know what their ID number is?
Oh, not off the top of my head, no.
Give me 1 sec.
I can't find it.
So if you create a group in TSM, you can drag the wowhead profile to copy and paste it, and it'll just give you the ID number. Create a group. Was it the?
It's in the URL of the wowhead item itself.
Well, yeah, it should be the number. Yeah.
Oh, so if you go to the warehouse. Oh, okay, yep, got it.
Croc, thanks for stopping in. I think that this is definitely going to be a sign from me. I'm loving all the extra interaction over here on YouTube, so I think I'm going to start streaming more on YouTube than Twitch. So
I'm gonna post my auctions. I gotta hit the hay, but yeah, I'll definitely be active on the Discord. Absolutely.
oh yeah, sounds good. Well, welcome.
Like I said, I got probably 6 to 7 hours a night where I'll be I need something to sink my time into. So.
Well, you'll definitely be able to learn a lot. I'll definitely say the mods are amazing. Way better than I could have asked for. Especially like you'll get they all have like stuff that they're super specialized with. So Sage is one of the mods, and he is absolutely insane when it comes to anything multi-boxing, multi-account crafting, shuffling, any of the shuffles, anything to do with garrisons, anything AFK-ish gold at all. He's going to be the one you want to talk to. And then there's a Vine, and a Vine is, I feel like I'm pretty good with TSM, and I would say that my knowledge base of TSM and the operations and getting it to do what I want is well above average, and a Vine makes me look like I'm beating my head against a rock. So, he's absolutely insane when it comes to the shit that he pulls off with TSM. It's crazy. And then, like I said, the rest are super active and will answer anything that you need. So
Cool. All
right.
Thanks for everything. You guys have a good night.
Yep. You too.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. All right, Brandon, I'll hit you up. Let's see. Oh, I only have 14 more minutes. Well, 14 more minutes for all of these enchants. Then we'll see. I probably have a lot more that I need to craft because I still have 10,000 sacred shards to go through. Holy shit.
I'm sitting in the middle at the moment, crafting all my bloody braces.
We're doing that here short.
I'm just buying all the thread now from the vendor.
For the bracers.
Yep. I just spent 30k gold.
Oh, nice.
Nice profit. I still have 80k gold up on the.
Yeah, man, you take it easy. Have a good night.
So you were saying it have an engineer for that tide spray shuffle?
So the reason that it's beneficial to do that is because you can make the supercharged engine that's part of the ATV mount.
Oh, okay.
So
the explosive out of it.
Yep. That's the main reason. But the issue with that is that that's a super good shuffle if you already have that. Now, the thing I haven't tested, and I'm personally testing it myself, is whether or not I can actually take my level 60 decently geared druid tank back through mech solo to actually get the pattern. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I I'm easily able to on my main, like solo freehold and all those, but I just don't know about mech.
Yeah, my main warrior should be able to do it, but the problem is my warrior's not the tailor or the engineer tailorer.
Best server to get gold on? I mean, I have favorite servers, but it's probably not going to be like best server because I don't have a reference point past my 3 servers. But like my 3 servers that I use are Bleeding Hollow, Stormrage, and Dentarg. I make a decent amount of gold on Dentarg for how small pop it is, but with that, I will highly preface that that's with me being able to use 10 years of knowledge of the Dentarg, specifically the Dentarg market. So I know areas to stay away from, areas to focus on, and all that. But if you're just looking for like easy flip gold profit, like just selling a shitload of stuff, high pop servers are going to be the way to go. Even though there's going to be way more competition and you may not make as much. That's where I see a lot of people kind of getting hung up, is they'll be like, oh, well, you know, obviously if I have, you know, say I have 10k of the heavy enchanted callous hides, then, you know, they want to look and say, oh, well, this server must be the best because on my server it's selling for 500 gold, and on this server it's selling for 2,500 gold. And that doesn't necessarily mean shit, because I mean, on my server that I'm selling it for 500 gold, and you're selling it on your server for 2,500, but I'm selling 50 to 100 of them and you're selling 1, then obviously the one with the lower price but selling more is going to work out and be better. Oh, sorry. Oh, what's going on, Vid? Yeah, I got to figure out if there's a easy way to get that to show up, so I'm not just asking everybody who they are all the time.
If you have the Discord app that is on your desktop app, it should pop up in the left-hand side of your gaming screen.
Oh, no, sorry. I was talking one of the people in chat in on YouTube.
Oh, okay, because Vid joined the voice channel too at the same time.
Oh. Well, hello. Yeah, no, so I was wondering, I was trying to figure out if there was a way to integrate or like put it into where I can actually see what their Discord names are from YouTube as well.
Okay, yeah.
I think that might work if they link their Discord to YouTube.
Yeah.
I was just letting you know that I joined it. That was Rob McConnell that was asking you the questions earlier.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. I love that trade chat is always either talking about politics or stocks.
Come to mind, we talk about KFC.
KFC?
Come to mind, they talk about anal.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's just comes with any trade chat.
Cool, I've just made 500 braces. And I still have stock left over.
So you're creating a bunch of bracers. Where are they going?
I'm turning them into enchants. Pretty much the same concept as what, well, it's exactly the same concept of what Modest is doing, apart from I'm making my own braces and disenchanting them for profit, and then also then turning them into enchants for profit, where he's cutting out making making the stuff and then disenchanting them.
So essentially the difference that I've done is, with the help of another goblin, we've essentially kind of created two separate cartels on two different servers, to where he has enough liquid to where he can buy out and manipulate market price to keep it above a certain price point for the materials that the server needs to create soul dust and sacred shards. So we're self-manipulating the price of sacred shards so that I can have a even higher threshold before I hit my break even for the crafts that I'm doing. And essentially they get to dump an insane amount of materials and make a whole lot instantaneously from their flip, and then whatever I sell is just the icing on the cake on top of that.
I will be back in 30 seconds.
All right.
I know I said I was leaving, but you got me fucking interested in this tide spray linen thing. I googled it, and I just the last Reddit thing is from like February of 2020. So I guess my question is, there's like, it's 61 silver a piece. There's like 18,000 at 61 silver. Is that a good point to buy it and do a shuffle?
If you're turning it into bracers and then scrapping it?
Yeah.
Yes. So what's the price point after 60?
See, I just did a cancel scan. Give me 1 sec. 20 things to cancel real quick. So what would the other option be? Getting a tailor and doing the deep sea bags? Because I mean, I guess the biggest part of me.
No. You misunderstood. So
Okay.
you are still going to be doing the deep sea bags.
Let me see, tide spray.
So you're going to be crafting the tide spray bracers.
Well, there's that.
And then once you're, and then what? Yeah, and then once you're done crafting all the bracers, you're going to scrap all of the bracers in the scrapper in BFA.
Gotcha.
And then that is going to give you the deep sea satin that you need. It's also going to give you back tide spray linen. I know that sounds crazy. I know a lot of people didn't know this or didn't remember it, but it only takes tide spray linen to make the bracers, but it gives you back deep sea satin.
Yeah, I used to do it for Expulsum.
Yeah, it's the old Expulsum one. Yeah.
Yep.
And
I used to do the super bracer shuffle when it came out a while ago, but it's been so long.
And so what you can also do is, what's your secondary profession on your tailor?
Well, my hunter, actually this is my druid. I have no professions on my druid, right? I have inscription on my druid because I was gonna this isn't my high pop realm. I just used inscription for scrolls of unlocking for like RFD and RFK and Oldemon and stuff. But I can take inscription off. I really don't need to keep that on. If I can make money crafting on the high pop realm, then I can definitely put two other professions on my druid. I just really haven't figured out what I want to put on him yet.
And that's the one that you're planning on shuffling all these on?
I mean, I have two other level 50 tunes that I boosted a while back and I'm not using, but they're on another server that I could transfer over. But or I could just get a character boost. I mean, at this point I have my one character on my high pop realm. Moonguard is the druid, level 60 with skinning and inscription, because I was doing a lot of the heavy callous hide farming.
So here's what I would suggest. If you're setting up, you're not too set on the professions that you have, I would do this shuffle. I would either do the shuffle on a tailorer that also has enchanting, and get the expulsum and just keep it, or I would do the bracers, craft all the bracers, have a separate tune that has enchanting. I mean, enchanting. I'm sorry, engineering, and then send all the bracers over to them, have them scrap, keep the expulsum, and send all the other materials back to turn into bags, and then do it that way.
Okay.
But
how much profit could you look to see or look to get from that?
I mean, the mounts, you're creating half of the mount, and and the mount is going for like 14 to 15.
Amount is that the harvest golem?
That's the ATV mount.
Okay.
But still, the thing is that even with the what's your deep sea? I forgot to ask you that earlier. What's your deep sea satin price?
Well, the tide spray, there's 18.5 thousand at 61 silver. The deep sea satin is at 10 gold, 95 silver.
Holy shit! That's why they're doing it. So yeah, that's why your tide spray is so cheap, is because your deep sea is so high.
Gotcha.
So I mean, yeah, realistically, I can tell you that it's going to take you a while to do it, but it's going to be super AFK. So just clear out your bags, do exactly what I said with having like your bank full of tide spray linen and your bags full of nylon threads. Literally just hit craft and just let it go until it logs you out. That's what I would do. And
will it pull from the vault or from your vault and your bags at the same time while you're crafting?
yeah, your bank, yeah. Oh yeah, it not your guild bank, like your regular bank. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Cool. All right. Well, that's all. I just had that quick question before I go. But all right, really leaving this time. Have a good night.
Yep. Take it easy.
Yeah, I was just looking in the deep sea linen on my servers. There's 170,000 that are 50 silver and below.
For the deep sea satin.
The deep sea linen.
The tide spray linen.
The tide spray linen. Yes. Sorry. Deep sea
Oh God, my. Whew. I was like,
Yeah, I was dreaming at that point.
Yeah, I was about to be like, hey, buddy, what server? I have put.
Horrible price.
God, don't buy that at all. Mm-mm.
No, deep sea satin's going for about $774.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shit, he was the other guy was talking like 199 gold for the bags.
Yeah,
like
they're 200 and something on my.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna make an absolute shit ton.
Well,
flipping that into using the scrapper to flip that into bags.
Yeah, that's what I'm running into. It's just
it takes
the process of getting all this shit out of my bag, out of my mail, and getting it over to my tailor.
Yeah, it's like a super AFK. I look at it as like a super passive AFK thing. So like I'll just sit there and turn it on to craft while I'm like, hanging out with my little guy or watching a movie with him or playing with him or something like that. And then just walk around and see, when it's ready to craft again, and then start it back up. And that's what I do with that.
Yeah, deep sea bags are $213.95 right now on my server.
Wow.
There's 130 of them. Or
Shit.
yeah, right about 130 of them. And I bought them anywhere. I buy them for all my tunes because they're the most economical bag out there, and I bought them anywhere from 200 to 400.
Yeah, so oh wow, I actually finished all those enchants. Let's see. I have so many more enchants in here.
So is TSM actually doing your crafting for you?
No, I'm literally just spent an hour on each of those tunes scrolling the scroll wheel this entire time.
The worst one is enchanting, where you have to enchant. You have to click craft next, or you have a scroll wheel that does your craft next every time. But other than that, you can actually build a queue TSM for like my alchemist. I build a queue, and you hit craft next, and it'll craft until either it runs out of or it quits.
Let's see. Oof. Yeah. Deep Sea at 12.4 and Tide Spray at 2.9 and bags selling at 300. Is that making profit? I would say probably not. And if it is making profit, that's gonna be like super narrow. Do you have rank 3? If you have rank 3, you may be sliding by with some profit with that, but I doubt it. Again, that sounds like somebody's trying to manipulate your market.
Oh, that's funny. I just logged on my mage. I don't do very good in the whole crafting department. My mage is a tailor and an engineer. The last thing they were done was Pandaria tailoring and engineering. But then again, I quit because of Pandara for 8 years.
Yeah, Johan, so what does it say in TSM when you put those numbers in? What does it say? Are you making profit, losing profit? Or what? Is it cutting even? So somebody's driving.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing.
Yeah, that was me. So
That's all good.
yeah, bloody get home for 10 minutes, set up everything, and then click craft, and then I just have to duck down the street. I have like 400 braces or something like that in queue. By the time I get back, I think only 200 of them will be done because of bag space, I think.
Oh shit. All right. Well, guys, oh man, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. So, yep. I think that this changed my mind, so I'm probably definitely gonna be streaming over on YouTube. We had a lot higher interaction than what we normally get over on Twitch, so I enjoy it.
Yeah, very nice, man.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for even talking to me at all. It was kind of surprising.
Oh no, don't.
Your videos a lot lately.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Nah, I feel bad because I get that from a lot of people that come into the community, but anybody can talk to me or any of the mods or anybody at any time. Just ask. We're all like super chill. You're not bothering me. I can't tell you. I feel bad because I can't tell you how many private messages I get that start with, "God, I hope I'm not bothering you." It's like, you're not bothering me. It's just that's if you were bothering me, I decided to be a content creator for the wrong reasons. So
alrighty then.
Y'all take it easy. Anybody that missed, I can post it again. Hold on, let's see. Anybody that wants to and missed, that is the Discord. So go ahead and join. Like, community is getting really big over there. Like I think we're over 2,000 people in the Discord now, so it's like it's pretty big. And we got a bunch of crazy shit we do over there. We have like games, we have all kinds of memes and jokes and stuff like that we got going on. And on top of that, if you're interested, actually today I just started a new role.
The Dank Memes channel.
The dank memes. We got the dank memes. Only the best and only the finest dank memes. And we also started a new role that is going to be modest minions. And if you're interested in helping me test, if anybody has seen the Project Midas videos, if you're interested in helping me test places, you just want to be able to shoot the shit and do some transmog farms, go ahead and just let me know and I'll put you in the role, and you'll get like a private chat channel that we're doing so that we can kind of plan and make sure that I have people ready for whenever I do streams and stuff like that so that we can do the transmog farms.
Yeah, man. Throw me down on that because you actually line up with me being at home in the Arbo.
Say what?
Sorry?
What did you say? I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
I said throw me down in that because I am home exactly when we start streaming.
Oh yeah, awesome. What's your name in the Discord again?
Moonshots.
Oh, Moon. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
We'll do.
Hey, Modest, go ahead and put Solar in that group as well.
Okay. Sweet.
What time do you start? You've been streaming this.
Oh, this is about. We're almost at 3 hours. No. Yeah, almost 3 hours. Normally, I start around like 8:30, 8:45. So let's see. Yeah, Central Time. Let me see if I can answer some of these last questions real quick here. Bill, do you have to inscription to enchant straight to communes? Not directly on the gear. I'm a little confused with the question, Bill. It says, do you have inscription to enchant stuff straight to consumables or not directly onto gear? So like if you craft enchants, like they come up like this, and then you can just use them on gear, and I just sell them as the enchants. So that's how that works. Thank you guys, thank you. And yeah, Ryan, yeah, that's kind of what I've realized is that a lot of people didn't know that I was streaming on Twitch, and I get a lot of messages that are like, oh, you're streaming? I just never see you live. And it's because I'm on Twitch and you don't get the YouTube notifications. So this is a lot nicer because then everybody that's subbed to me just gets the YouTube notification. So link to the Sacred Storage spreadsheet you're talking about earlier. Yeah, fully. If you join the Discord, you'll see it under the spreadsheets tab. Sage posted it, actually a revised version of it this morning. So it'll be under the spreadsheets tab in the Discord. Yep. All right, guys. It was awesome seeing everybody out. So we'll definitely do this again. It'll be next Monday, 8:30, same time. So I'll see you guys all then.